In a small village nestled between the mountains and the sea, there lived a young girl named Lila. Lila was no ordinary girl. She had a special gift, one that was known only to her grandmother. Every night, as the world drifted into slumber, Lila would close her eyes and enter a place where dreams were born. This magical place was the Dreamweave, a world woven from threads of imagination where dreams took shape before being sent out to the sleeping world. Lila, as S1, soft, curious. Grandmother, where do dreams come from? Why do they feel so real? Grandmother, as S2, warmly. Dreams, my dear Lila, come from the heart of the Dreamweave. They are made by those with kind hearts and vivid imaginations like you. One evening, after her grandmother had tucked her into bed, Lila noticed a soft golden glow emanating from the corner of the room. Curious, she tiptoed out of bed and followed the light. It led her to the old loom that had always sat silently in her grandmother's room, but tonight it was different. The loom seemed to pulse with life, each thread shimmering with a color she had never seen before. Lila, as S1, whispering, excited, "What is this?" As Lila reached out to touch the loom, it suddenly began to hum with a soft melodic tune. The threads started to weave themselves, creating a tapestry that swirled with images of far-off lands, enchanted forests, and sparkling seas. Grandmother, as S2, entering the room quietly. "This is the dream loom, Lila. It's been in our family for generations. It weaves the dreams of the world, and tonight it has chosen you." Lila, as SE1, wide-eyed, incredulous. "Me? But how?" Grandmother, as S2, smiling. "You have a pure heart, my dear. The loom only weaves for those who believe in the magic of dreams. Come, I'll show you how it works." With gentle hands, the grandmother showed Lila how to thread the loom. Each thread was a different color, representing a different kind of dream. Blue for peaceful dreams, green for adventurous ones, and gold for those filled with joy. Together, they wove the threads into a beautiful tapestry, watching as the images came to life. Grandmother, as S2, explaining, "Each thread you weave becomes part of someone's dream. Tonight you'll be weaving for a little boy named Samuel, who lives in a village far, far away. He's had a rough day and needs a dream filled with courage and adventure." Lila, as S1, concentrating, "I want to weave a dream where he becomes a brave knight who saves his village from a fire-breathing dragon." As Lila wove, the image of a small boy appeared on the tapestry. He stood tall, holding a shining sword with a brave look in his eyes. The scene shifted, and a fierce dragon appeared in the background, its scales glistening like fire. Grandmother, as S2, nodding approvingly, "You're doing wonderfully, Lila. Now let's add a touch of magic." Together they finished weaving the dream. The tapestry glowed brightly for a moment before the threads unraveled, disappearing into the air like wisps of smoke. Grandmother, as S2, "And now Samuel will dream of his grand adventure." The following night, Lila returned to the loom, eager to weave another dream, but when she approached, she noticed something was wrong. The threads were tangled, and the loom's usual comforting hum was now a dissonant, jarring sound. Confused, she tried to start weaving, but the threads wouldn't cooperate.
Why isn't it working, Grandmother?
It seems that the Dreamweave is troubled tonight. Something must be disturbing the balance in the dream world.
Just then, a faint whisper echoed through the room, and the tapestry on the loom flickered, showing glimpses of a dark, shadowy figure.
Dreams are too powerful to be left in the hands of children.
Who are you? What do you want?
The shadowy figure loomed larger, its voice filled with malice.
I am the Nightmare Weaver, and I've come to unravel the dream weave and fill the world with fear.
You mustn't let him, Lila. The Dream Loom has chosen you because it knows you have the strength to protect it.
With her grandmother's words echoing in her mind, Lila took a deep breath and sat down at the loom once more. The threads were still tangled, but she closed her eyes and focused. Remembering the stories her grandmother had told her about the power of dreams, slowly the threads began to untangle, and Lila started weaving a new tapestry, this one filled with courage, light, and hope.
I'll weave a dream so strong, so filled with light that no nightmare can stand against it.
As she wove, the dark figure began to fade, its power weakening with every thread Lila added to the tapestry. She wove images of a shining castle, a bright sun rising over a peaceful land, and a brave knight standing tall against the darkness.
No, this cannot be.
I won't let you win. Dreams are too precious to be lost to fear.
As Lila finished weaving the tapestry, the loom began to hum with renewed energy. The threads glowed brighter than ever before, and the dark figure finally disappeared, leaving the room filled with light and warmth.
You've done it, Lila. You've saved the dream weave.
I didn't do it alone, Grandmother.
The loom's hum returned to its soft, melodic tune, and the threads shimmered with a gentle light, ready to weave new dreams. Lila knew that the dream weave was safe, at least for now, but she also knew that it would need her protection again someday. And she was ready.
Now, my dear, it's time for you to dream. You've earned a good night's rest.
Good night, Grandmother.
As Lila drifted off to sleep, she felt a warm glow around her, knowing that the dream weave would continue to bring joy and wonder to the world. And in her dreams, she sailed on a ship made of stardust, ready for her next adventure. And so, dear listener, remember that dreams are precious. They are the whispers of our hearts, woven with care and love. Sleep well and let your dreams take you on journeys beyond imagination. Good night.